You can't wear purple. That's not what I'm going to tell you. Instead, I'm going to explain how purple works through color theory for every eye color and every skin tone. Apparently, we are Eyemaxxing now, but what is actually behind this trend? Color theory is one of the foundations of professional makeup, and spoiler, purple isn't just one color. You also can watch my complete Eyemaxxing guide here. Let's begin. As we discussed before, eyemaxxing is a new word for classic idea, placing complementary or contrasting colors around the eyes, just to make the natural iris appear more intense. On a traditional artist color wheel, violet sits opposite yellow, and this is an important detail. Pure violet isn't directly opposite green, red is. So when someone says purple makes every green eye pop, that's a useful shortcut, but it's not the complete explanation. A blue violet emphasizes yellow and gold. A red violet, berry, burgundy, or plum creates a stronger contrast with the green. So the real question isn't only what color are my eyes, but the more useful question is which color inside my eyes do I want to bring forward? Let's test the two purple families people confuse most often, lilac and lavender. Lavender usually appears cooler and more muted. Lilac usually appears warmer and brighter. And that small shift can change the appearance of the entire eye area. Ask 4 particular questions. Is the color more blue or more red? Is it deep or pale? Is it bold or muted? And is the finish matte or reflective? Pause here and look only at the irises and the whites of your eyes. Which side makes the eyes look clearer? Which side makes a particular fleck in the iris more visible? And which side makes the surrounding skin look more even? And comment your answer before I explain the difference warm lilac and cool lavender. And now look at what is happening. And the cool lavender pulls forward the yellow and golden in the iris, while the warmer, redder lilac creates a stronger contrast with the green. Look, those colors are beautiful. They are directing our attention toward different colors inside the eyes. Let's begin. Look number 1, the minimal purple eye. I would say it's my comfort zone. Colorful eye makeup doesn't emphasize only the beautiful colors in your iris. It can also bring attention to discoloration and uneven tones around the eyes. To correct that, I'm using my current favorite foundation stick as a concealer, and it's highly pigmented but still feels lightweight. However, it can crease if you apply too much, so use the smallest amount you need, and a little is more than enough. And once the blue and purple tones around the eyes are evened out, we can move on to the eye makeup. And if you don't own purple eyeshadow, you can mix your own. Take a cool toned baby pink blush and mix it with a soft gray or the tiniest touch of black. Cool pink mixed with a gray just creates a soft lavender-like color. And this is color theory in real time. You can gradually build the intensity and blend the deeper version directly into the outer corners, just as I'm showing you here. And then add a touch of white to the inner corners. This visually extends the area and makes the eyes appear more open. Look number 2. More definition and detail. For the pencil, I am choosing a shade that's slightly deeper than my eyes, but still quite light, because I have naturally low contrast. And make sure you also apply it carefully along the lower waterline. This keeps the eye defined and makes the lashes appear fuller. Next, I'm adding sparkle. I'm using silver because I love this combination, but you could also use a pink, blue, or purple shimmer. I choose products that many people probably already have in their makeup bags. But if you don't have a lavender eye pencil, watch this video and I'll show you how to create your own. Trust me, it's easy. Now I'm adding a light blue shade to the inner corner and create more definition with a deep purple at the outer corner. I'm forming a soft V shape and applying the deeper purple to the outer third of the lower lash line. And look at this beautiful second look. Love it. And what do you think? Also, for an easy version, I would say easiest version for everyone, for beginners especially. So apply one purple shade along the lower lash line and across the entire mobile lid, and then blend it well. You can also blend a little more of the blush through the crease to connect the entire look with the cheek, with the chin, and with the lips. And let's take a short break from the eyes, give them a rest, and do the lips. I'm using a cool-toned eyebrow pencil to define the lip contour because the color is beautiful. Make sure the product you use is approved for the lip area, otherwise choose a lip liner in a similar shade. First, I define the lip contour, then I apply light matte lipstick and just soften the edges. But if the color feels like it's washing you out, add a tiny amount of purple berry lip or maybe a lip and cheek product to the center of the lips. Keep it closer to the inner part of the lips and blend it well. And now let's compare these two eye looks one more time. And tell me which one would you recreate. The left side has more structured and detail, and the right side is easier to create, especially if you are a beginner. Both would be perfect for a special occasion, dinner, or birthday. I would absolutely wear the lilac version for a special day. And I'm also adding a little blurring powder to the center of the face to remove unwanted shine, especially on the forehead and chin, and anywhere shine makes texture or other eye puffiness appear more prominent. And now even a complicated color like purple, a color I sometimes call the color of tiredness, feels fresh and playful. The finished look is polished and elegant, and the sparkle catches the sunlight so beautifully, like tiny stars across the eyelids. It really lights up the eyes. Now, look number 3. I'm applying the matte color across the lid all over the concealer without adding a pencil or another primer underneath. It looks soft and light, but we can gradually build the intensity of each shade. A cream or just pencil gives the shadow more grip, more intensity, and smoother base. But what if you don't own a colored base or colored pencil? You can apply a white or beige eye pencil along the lash line and gently press the same eyeshadow over it. The pencil gives the powder more grip while keeping the color soft and pastel. If you want color on the waterline, use only the product that is specifically formulated and approved for that area, especially if you have sensitive eyes. At this point, I feel as though my eyes are completely finished today, and I create 5 different eye makeups for this video, so please pray for them. But it's all for education, and if this makeup feels too light for you, or if you have deeper coloring, darker hair and eyes, or naturally high contrast, simply choose deeper version of the same colors. And now I'm adding a darker pencil along the waterline and blending it softly just beneath the lower lashes. For me, this is quite bold because I have low contrast as I told you before, but it still looks beautiful. I'm using a berry burgundy color, blending it carefully and setting only the smudged area beneath the lashes, just with eyeshadows so it doesn't transfer. I'm using one of my favorite eyeshadows here. The formula is smooth, easy to blend, and very forgiving if you need to correct any mistakes. And look at this, now you can really see the difference. And let's do a quick texture recap. A matte absorbs light and creates shape. A satin reflects light softly. A metallic or strong shimmer attracts attention and visually brings an area forward. A cream or pencil adds grip, intensity, and a smooth base. I prefer combining different finishes so that every product has a specific job. And now for one of the most useful techniques for beginners, building the soft lilac glam. First, I'm placing a muted matte mauve through the crease. It's deeper and grayer than the lid shade, so it creates shape without competing with the lilac. Next, I'm adding a light matte lavender to the inner corners and underneath the brows. This makes the eyes appear larger, softens the edges, and helps the first color fade more smoothly into the skin. Then, I'm pressing a satin purple onto the mobile lid. But if you blend a pale purple for too long, it can mix with the surrounding skin tones and neutral shades until the result starts to look muddy or gray. Next, I'm mixing a finely reflective highlighter with the purple eyeshadows and apply it only where I want to attract light, at the inner corner and in the small area at the center of the lid. And finally, I'm applying a lavender eye pencil along the waterline and softly blending the outer edges. And the soft lilac glam is complete. We can also add a navy blue liner just to play with the contrast while keeping the overall color story harmonious. The liner provides structure and the matte shadow creates shape. The satin brings freshness. Keep the cheeks and lips softly neutral if you want the purple eyes just to remain the focus. But if you want something more special, look number 4 is for you, the Mischief Lavender Evening Eye. For this version, choose the sparkling eyeshadows to bring more life, movement, and fun into your makeup. And now I'm pressing a reflective lilac violet shade onto the center of the lid. A metallic or dark chrome finish looks lighter where it catches the light and deeper when the eye turns, and this creates dimension without requiring 5 additional eyeshadows. And this is look number 4, Mischief Lavender. We still have the original lilac shadow on the lid, but added depth and reflection have transformed it into evening makeup. So, is lilac really beauty's new nude? Now tell me 2 things in the comments. What is your eye color and which purple do you normally reach for? Lilac, lavender, mauve, violet or plum? If you want the color theory guide for blue, green, hazel and brown eyes, watch my Eyemaxxing video next. It's on the screen now, so it's easier for you. And subscribe if you want beauty explained through professional technique. I'll see you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. See you soon. Bye.